Hi there. So the question is find the difference quotient of f of x equals x squared minus 7x plus 9. So what we're going to do is just plug in x plus h into our function and then just calculate this quotient basically. So I'm going to separate it into two cases. We have f of x plus h and f of x. So I'll sort of write brackets here. We just plug x plus h into x. So we have x plus h squared minus 7 times x plus h plus 9. This is just our f of x plus h. And then we are subtracting off f of x. Well, f of x is just x squared minus 7x plus 9. So x squared minus 7x plus 9. All right, and oops, that's a bracket. And all of this is, of course, just being divided by h. Let's not sort of lose that. All right, so from here on out, it's actually just a ton of simplifying. X plus h squared, what is that? Well, we can write this out as x plus h times x plus h. We should really kind of go a step at a time, or at most just a handful of steps so we don't get lost. I'll write this in brackets. Minus 7 times x plus h, we distribute this negative 7 in, so we get minus 7x minus 7h, and then we have a plus 9 on the end here. Okay, we're still just subtracting this whole thing. We can distribute this negative 1 that's out front into the entire bracket. So this just gives us minus x squared plus 7x minus 9. Still all being divided by h. We don't want to lose that. Okay. This thing right here, when it distributes out, we're doing double distribution. So we get x squared plus xh plus hx plus h squared. Xh and h, or yes, xh and hx are of course the same thing because multiplication is commutative. So we can add these together to get 2xh. So we can write this as x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. That's just this whole thing distributed out. Then we get minus 7x minus 7h plus 9. And we just have minus x squared plus 7x minus 9 on the end here. Okay. We can kind of get rid of these brackets because they don't really do anything for us anymore. And if we do so, we will see that we're able to combine a lot of terms. So here, I encourage you to work through every step on your own anyway, but I would make sure that you understand where all the cancellation is coming from. So we have a positive 9 here and a negative 9 here. These just cancel, leaving us with 0. We have an x squared here and a negative x squared here. These just cancel, leaving 0. We have a 7x and a negative 7x. These cancel. What this leaves us with is, after all of this cancellation, a really nice little fraction, 2xh plus h squared minus 7h, and we are dividing this whole thing by h. Is that everything? 2xh, h squared minus 7h. Yeah, looks good. We've canceled everything. Here, notice that there is an h in every single term, and so we can just divide it out. So 2xh divided by h is just 2x. H squared divided by h is just h. And then negative 7h divided by h is just negative 7. So it just becomes minus 7. This is the final version of our difference quotient. So this is the end of the problem. This is our answer. I just want to point out that the derivative is only really one other step. It's a non-trivial step, of course. Very contentious, sort of. People kind of take it for granted, but I'm not sure that they should. But basically, if we take the limit as h goes to 0, we get 2x minus 7, which actually is the derivative of this function. Not important for you, of course, but just kind of an interesting detail and something that, there's a reason this seemingly arbitrary quotient is being thrust upon you. So this is going to become a very important idea in calculus for you coming soon. All right, so that's the question. Thank you, and have a good night.